everyone. Welcome back to Parashah Popsicles, the backyard edition. It is so beautiful outside today. We thought we had to come on out and enjoy the weather and enjoy some tropical fruits that you will hear about in just a moment. But I want to introduce you to and welcome you to Parashat Devarim, which is the beginning of a new book of Torah. We have made it to the fifth and final book of Torah. In Hebrew, it is called Devarim, so that is what the portion is called, the first chapters of Devarim, and in English, we know it as Deuteronomy. Just had to pause for a second as my children asked me, what is Deuteronomy? Deuteronomy means a retelling. In fact, the fifth and final book of the Torah retells a lot of the story of Moses that we have already heard. We hear the 10 Commandments over again because before the Israelites reach the promised land, God has a lot of reminders to give them. And we are going to hear from chapter 1 of Devarim, one of those important reminders that God says. So God says to the Israelite people, now you have multiplied just like the stars of heaven in their multitude. May I, God, continue to make you many, and may I bless you. But God is saying this at this time in a way that He's charging the Israelite people to move forward and conquer the promised land. And God is saying, I cannot be the only source of your blessing. You have to be a blessing to yourselves. You have to be in charge of your own destiny as well. So while God, we pray, may be able to bless us, we have to take an active role in shaping our own future. So thank you. I want you to think about what is one thing that you can do today to begin to reach your potential. Maybe it means you can listen for a little bit longer than you were. Maybe we can listen a little bit better sometimes. Maybe it means, like me, having a little bit more patience.
I'm gonna take my glasses off.
Maybe it means taking care of myself, sitting down and breathing and just enjoying the nature around me for 5 minutes.
Mommy. I love you, Mommy.
I love you too, buddy. Or maybe it means taking a risk and jumping in to do something that we are afraid to do, but we just need to take one step to make that start. So may our blessings be as multiple as the stars in the sky.
I wanna hug
Or,
you.
can I show you something?
What?
May they be, our blessings, as many as the seeds in a fruit.
When can I
Now,
help? It's taking long.
I know. I was just going to ask you for your help. I was going to ask you, Warren, do you know what the name of this fruit is? Does anyone know what this is?
Papaya.
This is a papaya. Thank you from the Peanut Gallery, from Ella over here. This is a papaya. And I can tell, Ella's right over here, I can tell that it's a little bit ripe because it's beginning to yellow. So the papaya has the second amount of seeds of any fruit. So here is a pop quiz. What is the fruit with the most amount of seeds? Want to guess?
Watermelon.
What fruit has
Watermelon.
That is a very good guess, and I have one right here because watermelon also has a lot of seeds. That's why I brought it with me today. But the number one fruit with the most amount of seeds is a pomegranate. Remember in our very first Parashat Popsicles? So papaya has the second amount of seeds. In order to see the seeds, we have to cut it open. We need a very big knife, which means we need a grown-up to help us do this. So I want you to keep your hands to yourself, Oren, and I'm going to show everyone how we cut open the papaya. Can you see right here what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to cut it long ways. Now,
Can we see what
it looks like it would be hard to cut, but the inside is really juicy. So
Mom,
once
can
we
we
get,
see what it looks like?
let's see what it looks like inside. Now, do you think you're gonna be able to see a lot of seeds?
Yeah.
What color do you think the seeds are?
Brown.
What do you think, Warren?
Blue.
Blue or brown? What color are the seeds?
Pink.
to green and black, so I am just going to scrape these
But these
seeds
are
out.
squishy.
Just like this.
Ew.
Here they come.
Ew.
May seem a little bit weird.
It sort of
But the
looks
papaya
like...
is soft inside, so it's a little spongy. This is how it looks once all of the seeds are out. I'm going to do that to the other half, and then the only thing left for us to do is to cut it away from the hard rind. Now I wonder how many seeds would be in here if we counted. How many do you think would be in here? So here we have 2 halves of the papaya that I have removed the seeds from, so I'm now going to cut them away from the rind. The easiest way to do this is to make kind of spears so that we can cut the rind from underneath. Skin comes off very easily because it's a really juicy and ripe papaya. So I have my papaya here. All of the skin is off, and I am just going to cut it into cubes. We don't have to do too much work because the blender will do the most, but I want to be able to move it over here to a dish and soak it in some lime juice while I cut open this watermelon.
Did you need any of my help?
I do need your help.
When?
Maybe you can help me squirt some lime juice all over this papaya.
Yes. Also, I have to squeeze it.
Yes.
Then it will get in my eye.
Oh, it's a good thing you're wearing glasses.
So,
Yeah. You squeeze it. You have to squeeze it hard. The juice will come out. See what it tastes like. What do you think? Sour?
a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, so here we have the papaya. We're gonna let it sit in the lime juice for a few minutes while I cut the watermelon. Wow, look at that watermelon with the beautiful seeds
Can I
inside.
eat it?
One lick. Gotta get a few cups of watermelon out of this too. What are you gonna do with that? Oh, you're just gonna eat that one.
You can put that one.
Okay, we'll put this one in the popsicles and you can just go to town on that one. Okay.
This is yummy.
How's that watermelon?
Yummy. But don't eat the seeds, Mom.
Don't eat the seeds, even though we're talking about seeds today. So once we get a few cups of watermelon, we're just going to toss these straight into the blender. Add a nice texture and freshness.
Look how many I
Sweetness.
ate. Look how many.
Wow. You are just going to take care of that whole half the watermelon for me, aren't you?
Yep.
Just a few cups, not too much, because we're actually going to add some coconut water as well. I just have a little box of coconut water. I'm going to add about 1 cup to our popsicle mix into the blender. And a few teaspoons of honey.
Mom.
Sweeten it up.
Mom. Rip you watermelon.
We learn a song at Temple Beth Elohim from the preschool. How does it go? Watermelon,
Watermelon.
see how it drips,
See how it drips.
Oh, look! Up and down my elbow,
Up and down my elbow.
Spit out the pits, spit out the pits. All right, in goes our papaya into the blender. Oh, it is just dripping with sweetness. So here we have, I'm gonna put the lid on the blender and puree, see what we come up with. So let's just fill up our popsicle molds. That's all we have left to do. So may Parashat Devarim remind us of the blessings, God willing, we are to experience. But let us remember that our destiny is partly up to us. So go seize the day and do something that will help you experience or real